Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Misty Dawn. We just got done at Dr. Malholtra's office. And guess what? We get a scope on February 4th. Are we not excited? We are excited. Not that I want to deep throat a camera. I'm just saying. But it's going to figure out why my tummy's so upset. And I have to eat Zofran like they're Skittles. Just saying. Actually, I like Smarties better, so maybe. Like they're Smarties. So. And now we are on our way back home. Which is so beautiful because if Dr. Malholtra's office had not called, I would be just getting ready to come here because my appointment was at 4:45. And I want to get my hair on my face so I can see. I was trying to do the bangs. I need my bangs cut is what I need. So here we go. Oh, and there was a really nice little old couple like right beside me. And they're like, "Can you get in there okay?" And I'm like, "I think." I'm trying to scratch your car though. And they're like, "Well, we're going to back up and let you get in there." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I didn't want to say, "Look, people, I'm a fat ass. Can you just let me get in so I don't scratch your car?" Because, like, I'm not even, like, I don't want to tell Robert and Amber that one. It's kind of like, I don't know, being a teenager telling your parents, I scratched up some old rich people's car because I was trying to get my fat ass in there. And they were, like, sitting there, like, oh, my God. So, I'm just saying. Just saying. So, anyways, I go in there. And actually, Dr. Malholtra called me back to the room, which surprised me because usually doctors don't. They have their MAs do it or their nurses do it. So, that was pretty cool. I was very excited about that. And of course, he didn't remember me. But who would? It's been 20 years. And I don't want to jog his memory either because I think I still owe him a bill for the last scope he did. And when I come to think of it, if I'm not mistaken, I think I had an ulcer back then. But here's what I'm thinking. If my stomach is that much pain and that much upset all the time, maybe the ulcer is like this big. And he's got to do surgery and like do some kind of kung fu and cut half my stomach out. And then I won't be able to eat anything. Hardly. It'll be like having a makeshift gastric bypass. And then I'll be all skinny and shit. What do you think? I don't know. Comment below. I don't know. I'm just so glad to be done with doctor's appointments, finally. So I can go home. Because Amber has to go to her sleep study tonight. And we're going to miss her. Because we're all so tight. We're like this. All three of us. We're all codependent. And Robert and Amber just have this amazing connection. They've been together like 20 years total. They met when they were like 12. Fell in love when they were like 12. So they've been together. They've only been with like one person together forever and ever. I mean, I guess they like broke up and got back together. You know how kids do. So in any event, they've had the same thing forever and ever and ever. So I get it. I definitely get it. And they have this wonderful... You know what? It reminds me of... I got it. Whitney Houston's song, Your Love Is My Love. I swear. And if you don't know, Google it so you know. You've got to be in the know with this stuff, I'm telling you. Because it says, if tomorrow was Judgment Day and they asked me what I did with my life, I would say I spent it with you. That's them. They're like the freaking Notebook, that movie. They explained the movie to me. I've never seen it. But they explained it to me. They're the Notebook. They're the message in the bottle. They're the star-crossed lovers that never forget one another. They're everything that I could ever hope for in a one-on-one relationship where it's just me and another person. I thought that I had that with Sean, and I know I'm harping on the bad because, like, he was bad for me and I was bad for him because I brought out the bad in him. For some reason, he was like, you do this, like, amazing stuff where you make me where I can't live without you, but then it's also where I can't stop hitting you. So that wasn't a good thing. And I thought maybe I was going to have that with Brian if I could just be what he wanted me to be. Like, he wanted me to be skinny, and I tried to be that, but it wasn't fast enough, so he got mad. And I thought that was my fault. Of course, it's not my fault. It's like, don't be stupid. It's not your fault. Only idiots say that. I mean, if they can see you're trying, why? But then I would be, you know, maybe 100 pounds soaking with a wet sweater, and it still wouldn't be enough, because that's the way men think. And it's kind of turned me against men. Not that I want to be completely gay or completely homosexual, which I have nothing against that, but I can't help it. I'm still attracted to men. I'm still very attracted to men, actually. And I like them on the chubby side. I can't help it. They're so cute. They're so cute. I think I'm out of my Spanish stage, though. I went through a whole total Spanish stage where that's all I wanted to date was Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Guatemalans, and it was a thing. It was definitely a thing. The whole dark hair, dark eyes, and that accent, oh my God. Melt me. I think it still can melt me, but you know, you'll have that. And there's the sun. The bright and morning sun in at 3:32 in the afternoon. I don't know. I just know that sometimes I feel like I'm a third wheel, which I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm just as loved as anybody else. But some days when I have hard days like this and I need to vlog and do different things because I'm kind of mopey-dopey, it's because I miss the good times that I had with whomever I'm thinking of. Today it's Sean, a little bit of Brian, a little bit. Because you can't just forget these people. Colby cheese, $3.39 a pound. That's a good price. The pumpkin seed on Lexa Ave. I'm just saying, you got to go there. It's a great freaking place. Anyway, back to my story. These people, they come into your life and they leave such an impact, such an imprint. You can't just forget them. You can't just say, I don't give two shits about them. Just because they don't give two shits about you doesn't mean you don't give two shits about them. I'm just saying. Because Sean made an impact on my life and it wasn't all bad. I mean, I remember laying on the couch with him, watching TV, him holding me. When I was sick, he would rub my back and my butt. And he was so sweet about that. He would hold me at night. He would sing to me. He wasn't the best singer in the world. But it didn't matter. Because he was singing to me. Just to me. And that was so sweet. And Brian, he would call me like several times a day. And at first I was like, whenever he was like, well, you can't keep hundreds of dollars on the phone, and I'm offended by that, and I'm upset because I can't call you like several times a day anymore. And at first I was mad because I'm like, what does he expect from me? But then I got it. I was like, he liked calling me. He liked taking time out of his day to call me. Or at least so I thought. I mean, I don't know if that's true. That's my assumption. That's just my theory about the whole mess. So I miss his phone calls. Even though sometimes they were mean, I miss his phone calls. I miss getting JPays from him. The occasional card. I miss that. I miss hearing Brian say, I love you. You're my best friend in the world and I love you. You mean the world to me. I miss that. So sometimes I have days where I'm all mopey-dopey, and I really can't tell Robert and Amber that because they don't understand. They get upset with me, very upset with me, because they think that I should be mad at them. I should be mad at Sean for hurting me as badly as he did. And I should be mad at Brian for hurting me as badly as he did, because I'm still recovering from that. Still. But I can't blame them. In my mind, I can't blame them for anything because I allowed that to happen. I allowed them to do that. So I gave them that free rein. I can't blame them for that. Can't do it. And today's one of those days where I miss them. And today, I was just thinking hot and heavy about Sean and how he couldn't say very many like Spanish words, but he could say chorizo, which is Spanish sausage. And I used to say, "Oh, come on, baby, say my word for me." And he would. And it was the funniest shit ever. It was just one of our jokes. And it was great. I love that joke. Because it was our joke. And I miss that. I miss dancing in the kitchen to Enrique Iglesias. Because everybody, who's anybody that knows I love Enrique. I love Enrique Iglesias. Love it. But I see the good in people. It's not a bad trait. Sometimes gets me in a lot of trouble. But it's not a bad trait. It's just a perplexing one. Because, like, I wish I could be like Ramber. Because if they have a bad falling out with someone, they don't think about them, mention them, they don't care. They're like, wash my hands of it. That person is gone, dead to us. So, but it's not like that for me. I still linger. And I think that that's why I have so much trouble with the whole, I woke up the other morning and was like, I don't really like my parents anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't even really think I love them. I mean, I did love them at one time, but like now I don't think I have any love for them. And that's why I'm like really struggling. And today's one of those days where I would love to just make like soup for dinner with maybe some grilled cheese, curl up on my red couch, because I had a red couch. I love red, can you tell? I had a red couch. It would be nice and toasty warm in my house. And I'd curl up on the red couch with soup and grilled cheese with Sean. We'd watch TV. And we'd laugh. And we'd talk. He would hold me. He would kiss me on the forehead. He'd make me feel better. I'm not saying that it would remain that way the whole night. Because he's bipolar phase 1 with psychotic tendencies. So you never know what will happen with him. Or what could happen with him. But he would have at least tried to make me feel a little bit better. He had those qualities. Now, Ramber sees that as him just doing maintenance. Because I was the one that was making the money. And if I was depressed, I wasn't going to go to work. If I wasn't going to go to work, I wouldn't have no money. And he needed that money to drink. Or buy weed. Or do whatever it is that he needed to do. Or gas for the car so he could go cheat on me. And that's true. Probably very true. 98.9% true. But I don't care. At least I didn't care. And I probably wouldn't care today. Because I needed that comfort and it was kind of worth it. And on the Brian tip, he would call and just say something goofy. He's kind of a goofy guy. Always has been goofy. And he's funny. There's good qualities about Brian Crawford. And I miss that about him. I was even thinking about having our mutual friend Jimmy just tell him that I miss him. And I love him still. And I always will. Because I always will love him. Always and forever. Like in the Enrique Iglesias song where it says, the song is Somebody's Me. And it says, even if you'll always be in my life, even if I'm not in your life, you'll always be in my memory. It's the truth. I don't have any pictures of Brian anymore. I don't have any pictures of Sean anymore. But it doesn't mean that they're not in my memory. And that I don't miss them and I don't think about them. Because I do. And I know that a lot of people know the stories behind Brian and Sean. They do. And a lot of people are sitting in their seats going, no! Misty, stop it! Ah! No! Why do you love that abusive behavior? I don't love the abusive behavior. I cling to the good times that we had. Because that's what I did with my dad. I always clung to the good times. I didn't cling to the bad. I just clung to the good times. And left it at that. But today's a mopey day. Today I don't feel very up to par. Like mentally. I think it's probably my period. And most women get like this on their period. They do. They get like, I call it mopey dopey. Where you get down. And you start thinking about things. You start being, oh, I'm so sad. Quit. You know. So that's me. Today. And I've refrained from listening to Sean and I's song. Which is Sticks the Best of Times. Because if I do that, then I will lock myself in my room and never come out. I'm just saying. And I'm trying really hard today. I really am. It's not working very good. I'm just saying. But at least I get to vent to you guys and I get to talk to you guys. And you guys have some great advice. And you are great viewers. Wonderful viewers. And I love you all because you guys are wonderful to let me use you as my diary, as my sounding board. So, I am now at home, sitting outside, getting ready to go in, because I'm a little cold. I think I might make some coffee, because I'm cold. Just a little cold. It's like 90 below zero. I'm just saying. And I had the heat on in my bedroom. And I was just perfectly fine. And Amber walked in and she was like, I can't breathe. It's like a sauna in here. I'm like, really? Seriously, close the door. You're letting the cold in. You guys have an Eskimo out there. It's like an iceberg. But I am on blood thinners. Strike one. I do have hypothyroidism. Strike two. And I'm on my menstrual cycle. Strike three! You're out! I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm just saying. So hurry up, spring. Isn't it like 60 some days until spring? Come on, people. Let's get some spring going. Just saying. This cold air, snow, and ice is for the birds. And I think there's probably a strike for because it is very cold. And it is very icy and it's icky and it's windy and it's dumb. So that could have something to do with my mood as well. But we'll just have to see. So thank you all my darlings for riding with me back home from Dr. Malholter's office, riding with me to Dr. Malholter's office, riding to Dr. Long's office this morning with me, and watching this part 3 of Misty's vlog for today. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. And until then, I will bid you adieu. Mwah! Goodbye, my darlings.